Hello, welcome to WolfBitOdyssey. I'm Morris Musa. This is a graphic novel review. In the 90s, it is a weird time for Spider-Man and comic books because they didn't know what they were doing. They started this whole Clone Saga with Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly, clone of Spider-Man. I guess I'll spoil it for you. The Scarlet Spider, this is the Scarlet Spider, is actually the real Peter Parker. And I like this is like book 3 of the Clone Saga. It's good because the Scarlet Spider comes face to face with the real Spider-Man. Well, the clone Spider-Man. And there's also Kane, which is another clone. Ooh, hey, yeah. Naked lady. But no nudity! None! Just some provocative crap. Like, the first couple of pages are just Peter Parker or Ben Reilly coming back to New York. Because there's a whole... I think book 2 is like shows him like walking around someplace in in some place in the Midwest of America. Then he comes back and you could see him in a little leather jacket. It's like, what's going on here? And Spider-Man goes quickly to... Well, I think it begins with Spider-Man being like... Where's that? I want to see a Spider-Man. I want to see a very worn, very Alright, update. This is book 2. Graphic novel 2. I did have it. I didn't buy 1, then 3, then I don't need 2, but here is book 2 of the complete Clone Saga epic, where I wasn't lying. There's an actual part where it's really right there. How could you miss it? How could you forget that? He's coming back to his old home, Spider-Man. He's all worn. He's kind of in a weird state of mind where stuff has happened and he's trying to forget. He kind of has losing his identity. He doesn't know who he is anymore because having some existential crisis going on there. That the cat had killed him after all. Always thought that when you came back to the house you grew up in, it's supposed to seem smaller. So how come I'm the one who feels small? How come I feel dwarfed by everything around me? Dwarfed and lonely. And so very afraid. Does he actually come toe to toe with Scarlet Spider in this one? There is... kinda. Yeah, just some stuff has happened in the series and he's say you lost your family and you kind of have nothing, no love life, no social life. All you got is work and maybe a crap hole apartment. Quick. And I could imagine, and there's a part where he fights the Scarlet Spider. Ben Reilly fights Peter Parker, but Peter Parker's more quicker, more stronger. He's more, because he's been out there just being Spider-Man, nothing but Spider-Man. But the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly, is taking it easy, a little out of the loop. So he's been way off the saddle for some time. So he's a little slow, a little weaker. And he fights a very um, strung out. Well, not strung out. A very uneasy Spider-Man, which is interesting. It's an interesting story element. That's why I recommend this Spider-Man. It's still in the Spider-Man series, the Amazing Spider-Man series. But yeah, Mary Aunt May's is hospitalized. Just wanted to get this one out of the way. Talk about it more. I mean, like I didn't want to I read it and like, where is that part? But it's in this one. Yeah, there you go. Aunt May's in the hospital. He's going through some things with Mary Jane. Gwen Stacy's dead. In this one, there's a whole bunch of things where they're trying to take down Cassidy's back, Carnage's back, and they have to like team up the Spider-Man and the Scarlet Spider and Venom have to team up and they have to stop Carnage. And there's some stuff with Kane, who is another clone. We'll get into that later. But yeah, I recommend these ones. Some people don't because they were there during the time of when these things were coming out, and they were like, this is enough. We don't give a crap. This sucks. What are you even doing? But it's hard. Like, this is a publication. You can't. It keeps. The problem with comic books is they're gonna keep changing. They're gonna keep rebooting. Like, they kind of stopped Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man series back in like 4 or 5 years ago, and they brought it back. Like, they started the Superior Spider-Man series, which was Dr. Octopus turning into Peter Parker brain switch thing, which was a good series because he was a good character, a different take on Spider-Man. Then they brought back the Amazing Spider-Man series in the Spider-Verse, and it gets crazy. I'll tell you. But this was pretty crazy at the time with the clones, with Ben Reilly, I should say, not Ben O'Reilly. Calls him Ben. And again, the art style is what I like. It's not quite like it was. Well, it is and isn't. It is and it isn't. Yeah. Damn it. What happens to her? Is that just what the... So... Oh, right. She melts because it's so unstable. The Jekyll was cloning things and just gets really unstable and things go to shit, alright? Spider-Man. Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly, Peter Parker. Good. It's for me. I don't know if you're gonna like it. It's hard to like. A lot of people like don't touch those. So whatever. I'm just very nostalgic for them. I want to hold on to them. That's what I do. But I would get this one before that one because this is a classic look. You could see this pose is solidified in like the Todd McFarlane. I think I'm saying his name right. Amazing Spider-Man when he was an artist at Marvel until he goes on to do Spawn in the 90s. Crazy times in comic book history. Trivia. Okay. I'm Morris Moosel, WolfBitOdyssey. Thanks for watching this weird comic graphic novel review.